Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really digging into a supplement that's all over the place online, Nova Her again.
Mm.
It's marketed pretty aggressively, actually, as this sort of miracle menopause fix.
Yeah.
Promising relief from the big ones, hot flashes, night sweats, low energy, even brain fog.
Right. And our job, for a few listening, is to figure out what's real and what's just, well, one source called it weapons grade delusion.
hmm
We need to find any legit scientific angles here.
Because there's immediate tension, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. The website hypes up its clinically tested plant extracts and vitamins,
hmm
but our sources pretty much instantly hit a wall of red flags, a whole red flag parade, actually, that we really need to unpack.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about marketing fluff. The issues seem pretty concrete.
Yeah.
Transparency problems, shaky business signals.
Wait, hidden subscription charges? That's a classic.
It's exactly.
Mm.
Hidden charges, complaints about where it's even shipping from. And look, a hidden charge isn't just annoying, right? It kind of signals that the company might be more focused on locking in cash flow than on, customer trust.
Which makes it harder to trust their actual product claims.
Totally. It makes you question everything else they say.
And those claims are extensive. We're talking support for weight management, hot flashes, night sweats, boosting energy, clearing brain fog. That's a huge range for just one pill.
Okay, so let's get into the science then. You're saying the evidence is kind of modest,
Mm-hmm. Modest is a good word.
but if it's so popular, could it just be like a really strong placebo effect?
Mm-hmm.
Especially for things like low energy or brain fog, which are pretty subjective. How do you even measure that against, real biological effects?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The science isn't zero, but yeah, modest. If you look at specific ingredients they might use, maybe ashwagandha, green tea extract, these tend to work on stress pathways or metabolism. So they might indirectly help with mood or fatigue a bit, but they aren't directly messing with hormones like, say, HRT does. That's why the relief is often, inconsistent. Mild.
And what was that confusing ingredient name we saw? Raponticide rhubarb brood. Sounded a bit strange.
Yeah. That's almost certainly Siberian rhubarb extract. The key compound is raponticin. It's a phytoestrogen, meaning it's a plant compound that kind of weakly mimics estrogen in the body. It's probably the ingredient giving the product any potential hormonal angle.
Gotcha.
But, and this is a big but, when companies toss around clinically tested, well, it's often used very loosely. You usually can't find actual published peer-reviewed studies to back it up.
So someone desperate for relief buys this bottle. They're basically paying a big premium for hope, maybe some hype.
Pretty much. They're paying for the possibility.
Yeah.
And the ingredients are plausible, but the hard evidence is thin.
So what's the key takeaway for someone considering this? What context do they absolutely need?
They need to understand the trade-offs. Look, lots of people want alternatives to HRT. Totally understandable. But looking for a natural fix can make you a prime target for this kind of marketing.
Right.
And crucially, these supplements aren't tested like prescription drugs, not even close. And they definitely don't replace the stuff we know works: good sleep habits, the right diet, exercise. Those lifestyle changes really do help manage symptoms.
Okay, so let's try and give a concise verdict based on what we've seen. It doesn't sound like an outright scam, maybe.
No, probably not a scam in the sense of selling sugar pills.
But it's also far from a miracle solution.
Yeah.
Seems like if you expect a massive change, you're likely setting yourself up for disappointment.
Exactly. Especially with those business red flags hanging around. You're basically funding hope more than guaranteed relief.
So the advice is, approach these things expecting, well, maybe not much. Low risk, maybe mild improvements at best.
Yes, and definitely talk to your doctor first. Track your symptoms carefully. Be realistic. You're not going to get full menopause control from just a bottle of capsules. Forget the magic capsules idea.
Expect low, measure high. Okay, so here's the final thought for you to chew on this week then. If the science behind many supplements is, let's face it, pretty modest, and the benefits are often mild, how do we ethically weigh the cost? I mean, people are paying a premium price, often, for what amounts to premium hope. How does that stack up against the proven benefits of lifestyle changes, which are often free, but, let's be honest, harder to stick with?
That's the real dilemma, isn't it? Cost versus effort versus evidence, something to really think about.